Welcome to What is Agile? I bet you've heard the term used quite a lot, right? But don't know what it really is? Well, you've come to the right place. We'll be covering the definition of Agile, Agile Manifesto, and Agile principles to get you started in your journey. So let's get started. Agile is defined as a project management methodology, an iterative and incremental method of managing projects. But as you'll find out, it's really a lot more than just a methodology. I consider Agile to be more of a philosophy, a state of mind, if you will. It shares core values and principles with other frameworks. Frameworks such as Scrum, Extreme Programming, Kanban, Test-Driven Development, and plenty of others. At the heart of Agile is the Agile Manifesto. I have another YouTube video explaining the manifesto, but I will go over it quickly here as it's critical to what Agile is. The Manifesto for Agile Software Development. We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Through this work, we have come to value people are the most important asset of any organization. Over process and tools. What is important to understand here is that the manifesto does not say there's no value in process and tools. The second value is working software. The only true measure of done for an Agile project is working software. Over comprehensive documentation. We acknowledge there's a need for documentation, but when we document for the sake of documenting, it is wasteful. The third principle is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. It is important to understand that collaboration rather than confrontation produces better products. We know contracts are necessary, but when using an Agile approach, the partnership between the customer and the development team provides an opportunity to question, learn, and adjust. The fourth value of the Agile Manifesto is responding to change over following a plan. Change happens whether you want it to or not. It is how you deal with change that makes a difference. Agile practices prefer to respond to change by adapting. Agile is iterative, incremental, and adaptive. The 12 principles of Agile software development were agreed on at a summit of 17 men of different programming methodologies in 2001. You may recognize some of these names: Ken Beck, Mike Beadle, Ken Schweber, and Jeff Sutherland being the most popular or most well-known out of all the 17 men. The first principle is our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. As Agile places the customer or end user in the driver's seat, it is logical that this is the first principle. But also note the emphasis on early and continuous delivery of valuable software. The more frequent the deliveries, the more feedback you will get. Resist the temptation of trying to define everything up front before starting to build software. Agile is an evolutionary approach to development. All right, so our second principle is welcome changing requirements, even late in development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Like it or not, requirements will change at one point in your project or another. Agilists embrace change and treat change and requirements as a restack of priorities. Deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to shorter timescale. Frequent delivery of software provides an opportunity for feedback, making the current status of your project fully transparent. Business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. Agile encourages the alignment of business and technology, both working together to reach the goals of the organization. Through the continuous interaction with the development team, business will drive requirements in the organization. Principle number 5, build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. Agile realizes the need to build teams from people who are willing to work together collaboratively and learn from each other. They have the humility to respect one another and realize that people are a primary success factor. The next principle is the most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. For a development team to succeed, its members must communicate and collaborate effectively. There are many ways which people can communicate together. As you can see, face-to-face communication at a shared environment is the most effective way to do so. Our next principle, principle number 7, working software is a primary measure of progress. The primary measure of software development should be the delivery of working software, which meets the needs of the organization. Let's not get caught up on the numbers and how good they look. Let's concentrate on the work at hand. Focus on developing software. All right, our next Agile principle is Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. You can't develop software by forcing people to work overtime for months at a time. It's simply not sustainable, and something will always give. That's usually quality. Principle number 9, continuous attention to technical excellence, and good design enhances agility. It's much easier to understand, maintain, and evolve high-quality source code than it is to work low-quality code. Agilists know that they need to start with good code to keep it good via refactoring and test-driven development. Agile promotes best practices and coding standards. Principle number 10, simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. Agile developers focus on high-value activities, striving and keeping things simple and not overcomplicating. Moving on to number 11, the best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. The people who make the best decisions are the ones who are closest to the causes and effects of that decision. If you're part of a team working in the thick of it, you'll make a better decision than someone removed from the situation. And lastly, principle number 12. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective and adjusts to its behavior accordingly. Through retrospectives, Agile teams learn from their mistakes and evaluate how they can adjust. This is done throughout each iteration of the project. If you're interested in learning more about Agile, visit us at www.agileliteracy.com. We don't just certify individuals in Agile, we help them get started on their journey. If you want to learn more about how Agile can deliver twice the work in half the time, sign up for our ebook, Agile, Leader's Guide to Delivering Twice the Work in Half the Time, at www.agileliteracy.com.